Hello, South Holt, and welcome to the Nightly News with Stormy Millen, Clifford York, Sarah Gordon, Laura Bonus, Emily Ripley, and Clayton Book.
And now your news anchors, Sarah Gordon and Emily Ripley.
Again, South Holt, and welcome to the October edition of South Holt Nightly News. I'm Sarah Gordon.
And I'm Emily Ripley, bringing you 5 news stories encompassing South Holt nightlife.
The Knights picked up their second win of the season against the Hardin Central Bulldogs. Emily Ripley has the story.
The South Holt Knights students and fans got fired up at a school-sponsored pep assembly on Friday the 21st. The cheerleaders, band, and coaches motivated both the players and students in hopes of having a good turnout at the game and getting the players ready to go. Evidently, the pep assembly was just what the Knight football team needed, as they had a number of big plays, including 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns, that propelled them to a 44-34 victory. On a night when the defense struggled, giving up 34 points, the offense came through, scoring 44 points and racking up 454 yards offensively. The Knights accumulated 136 yards, led by Robert Quimby, 56 yards, and Daniel Schutz, 40 yards. Quarterback Scoot Anderson led the passing attack with 159 yards, hitting Taven Nelch 4 times for 114 yards. The Knights' record now stands at 2-2.
Recently, the South Holt Marching Knights traveled to the Southwest Iowa Band Jamboree. Our news reporter Stormy Millen has the story.
Hard work and dedication, coupled with a number of early morning practice sessions, paid off for the South Holt Knights Marching Band as they earned a 9th place finish in the Southwest Iowa Band Jamboree. This is a vast improvement from last year's 20th place finish. South Holt Band is under the direction of Melody Alford and drum major Seth Harvey. Miss Alford believes that in order to break into the top 3, the band needs to keep its focus.
But it's keeping them in focus and developing self-discipline to stay focused and working on that while playing and moving. That's the thing that we really need to get down.
Although there are less than 30 high school members in the band, Miss Alford says their sound is their biggest strength.
One of our mottos that we say a lot is we may be small, but we sound mighty. And we really work on putting our sound out there and developing our tone and musicianship, and I think that's our biggest strength.
The marching band will next compete on October 13th at the Missouri Western State University Homecoming Parade.
The junior high football team fared well this season with an impressive 3-1-1 record. Sarah Gordon caught up with the Knights as they routed the West Nottoway Rockets 54-0.
After losing to the Stanberry Bulldogs in the first game of the season, the South Holt Junior High Knights football team rebounded with a resounding 54-0 victory over the West Nottoway Rockets. Coach Dana Dill was very pleased with the effort the team put forth.
Last week, we were slow getting to the ball. We weren't sustaining our blocks, but we had an intense week of practice last week, called it our Inspiration Week, and we came out and played pretty tough, so I'm very proud of it.
It wasn't the play of one player that led to the victory, but it was instead a total team effort.
As a whole, they really came together as a team. All our guys were picking each other up, we were thanking each other for doing a good job, and I'm proud of them as a whole. They worked together as a team.
The Junior High Knights ended their season with a record of 3-1-1, with wins against West Nottoway, Mound City, and North Nottoway.
Members of the South Holt FCA invited all students to participate in an early morning prayer activity. Newsman Clifford York has that story.
As part of the National See You at the Pole event, 15 South Holt students met early Wednesday, September 26, in order to pray for the South Holt school districts, students, teachers, and administrators. The local event was led by the South Holt Fellowship of Christian Athletes chapter and met at 7:45 a.m. A brief worship service was led by senior Brian Fuller. After the worship service, the group spent time praying. The event concluded with food and fellowship as the school bell sounded.
There was also much praying going on as the National Honor Society members made their way across the William Jewell College 5-story rope course. Laura Bonus has the story.
12 South Holt National Honor Society students recently traveled to a ropes course at William Jewell College in order to learn leadership and team building skills. NHS sponsor Sherry Bunce said the ropes course provided students with the opportunity to challenge themselves.
The students were allowed to participate in ropes courses, which were cables that were above the ground. There was a low ropes course, which is about 25 feet above ground, and a high ropes course, which is about 50 feet above ground. And they were harnessed and hooked onto cables themselves. And we did different challenges working together. The students had to work their way across the cables to get to another platform. So they had to use their teamwork skills, helping each other. Most of the time we had to be touching in some way, so they had to do a lot of problem solving. And they really pushed themselves and did things that they didn't know or didn't think that they could do.
Even though the students missed a whole day of school, the lessons learned will last a lifetime.
That's all the time we have for tonight. We leave you with the South Holt Band competing in Clarinda, Iowa. Good night.